Welcome to Aurelius Whitlock's Murder Museum.
Okay, so I'll tell you what my thinking is. The gold chain, he's got a mark on his neck. I think he was choked with a gold chain. I think it's this gold chain, but I'm just wondering if this was like a crime of passion. And it's like the engineer was like some old long-lost love. And I don't know, she sees him, like, let's say it was Persimmon, and she sees him again and she's like, it's you. Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything about love. I don't know if this is what people in love do. Sure. Okay, I feel like I've still got some more things to investigate though, so I'm going to go back to the dining car and look at the tab, if possible.
You can. It is possible. This tab here shows first peppermint tea was bought by Ice Storm. Misery coconut milkshake, 3 of them were bought by R. Ledgington. And then another peppermint tea was bought by P. Rose Garden. Did I get those orders reversed, Nathan?
Yes, it's reversed.
Yeah, so first there's a peppermint tea bought by Rose Garden, and then the coconut milkshakes, and then tea bought by Ingrid Storm.
Interesting. Because as we know, Miss Storm does not like tea. I'm going to go and talk to Miss Storm again, and I'm just going to burst in and be like, hey, you.
She startles.
I'm like, do you want some tea?
Oh, no thanks. I don't touch the stuff.
Oh, that's funny. I just glanced at the tab in the dining room, and I thought you ordered a peppermint tea. I was going to bring you another one.
Oh well, that was for Persimmon. She looked like she could use a tea.
Interesting. That's funny because I was just in her room and she only had 1 teacup in there. Where did she drink this?
Well, I delivered it to her room. She'd already left the dining car at that point, and I offered it as a peace offering.
A peace offering, you say? What did you need to make peace about?
Well, I said some rather hasty things about her little dog.
Fair. I've met that dog. I get it, but I take it she didn't take that very well. She loves that dog.
She does.
What happened? What sparked you to say such true things about the dog?
Oh, well, the little monster was gnawing on my pants leg.
Ah, I'm gonna glance down at her pants and see what color they are.
They are brown.
Okay, not black. Okay, cool. No problem. I don't say that out loud, by the way. I just that's very casual. Just glance down. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And where was this?
This was in the dining car earlier.
Oh, okay. A funny thing I heard in the dining car. I heard you shut all the blinds at some point. What was all that about?
I can't read with all the glare coming in from the windows, so I closed them all, much to that annoying young man's annoyance.
What were you reading?
Oh, various papers. I have research studies I'm working on, papers I'm grading. The life of a professor is never dull.
No,
it is very dull.
It isn't. I wouldn't know. Interesting. Stay where you are. Don't move. I will be back. And then I step out of the room, and I think I need to check my pocket, Watson, because I actually don't know which line of questioning I should follow.
Okay. You open Pocket Watson, and he appears for the first time. He fits in with the attire, with his bowler hat, his bow tie. Yes. How can I assist you?
I think someone is not telling me the whole truth, and I wondered if you had a recommendation of who I should go and speak to again.
Oh,
Maybe not persimmon, she's asleep, but I could wake her up. There's water here.
yes. If I would offer any assistance, I would say Persimmon would be a good person to talk to, and perhaps focusing on what they know of the other passengers as well.
Okay, cool. Fantastic. Thank you, Pocket Watson. I'm gonna go get a big... No, in fact, I'm not going to get a big bucket of water because there's already a bucket of water in there. I'm gonna go to room 1. Am I gonna throw the ball? No, I'm not. I'm going to gently nudge her awake. Let's not be aggressive. I'd be like,
The coal-stained water.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, let's just dump it on her head. That'll wake her up. And I'm like, okay, that's too aggressive. Let's take it back. I'm gonna nudge her and be like, are you awake?
Yes, of course. I was never asleep.
Oh, of course. No worries. I just got dear little Archie some more coconut water. He seems very happy now, and
Bless you.
I was wondering if we have a little chat. As I was getting the coconut water, I couldn't help but notice this bucket of water in the corner of like it's kind of got something dark in it. What's all that about?
Oh, water's a mysterious thing. You never know exactly what happens. As you notice, as she talks, she's waving her hands, and you notice that she has black still under her fingernails.
Very cool.
You could push her more.
Cool. And okay, I'm just gonna point at her fingernails and be like, "Oh, what's that under your fingernails?"
Her shoulders slump. It's a bit of dirt.
Oh, you don't strike me as someone who would bother with all of that. You seem very clean. Did something happen? Did you touch something you shouldn't have?
At this point, you could see her resolve crumble. I didn't mean to. I just didn't want to cause a scandal.
I beg your pardon.
Gestures at Archie, and he willingly hops onto her lap. And she notices that something's not in his mouth anymore. I'm sorry, it was here a moment ago.
I'm going to take it out of my pocket and be like, are you looking for this? And I wave the chain.
She grabs it and holds it in her hands. I won't say it didn't mean anything at the time because, well, it did. But I didn't know who he was. I didn't know that he wasn't just an engineer.
Oh.
He's more than just riffraff. He was a gangster. When I found that out, I ended the relationship, I ended the affair, and I never saw him again until I recognized him today.
Oh gosh. Well, first of all, it's nothing to be ashamed of, being in a relationship with someone who's beneath your standing, and I pat her gently on her shoulder.
Very sharp shoulders.
Very sharp. You just said he's not just an engineer. He's involved in something else?
Sorry. Dang it, Persimmon, you let it slip again.
It's okay. Safe space.
Yeah.
You can talk to me about this. It's fine.
Well, Jasper wasn't the most straight shooting of sorts. I found out that he was part of the Broken Star, local thugs, I suppose you'd call them. They are in charge of a couple of the industries in Misery. Very unreputable, very nasty reputation.
Casinos, perhaps?
Yes. They're interested in all sorts. I know they've been... Whenever someone dies around Misery, it's usually tied to them in some way, shape, or form. But I know there's been strange things happening with them. But I didn't know when I started the little liaison. But I found out and I ended it. But when I saw him today, I decided that I had to see him one more time. But when I got there to the engine car, he was already dead, I swear.
Mm-hmm. I believe you.
But seeing him there, I was worried that
Of course.
The old fool had kept the ring, so I hastily unburied him, grabbed the ring off, and did the best I could to reassemble the crime scene before I called in anyone.
I completely understand. And I completely understand why you'd want to keep that relationship secret. Don't worry, your secret is safe with me. Thank you very much for talking to me. Maybe you should get a rest. This has been a very difficult morning for you. I will leave now.
Yes. Okay.
Fantastic. I'm going straight to roll, and I'm going to walk in. Hey, you can't just... No, I won't flip the table. I'll sit down. Raoul, I have just learned something incredibly troubling. You said you'd seen that engineer chap at some of the casinos. Were you aware that he was part of a very sort of nefarious criminal organization?
Well, nefarious criminal organization? Why would I know anything about that?
Well, I happen to know, on the old grapevine, that you are in some considerable debt, young man.
Oh, did my father send you?
Me and your dad go back. But no, he didn't send me this time. Had you ever met this? Have you ever spoken to this engineer guy before today?
He is sweating profusely. Well, now that you mention it, I have seen him at the casinos before. He, I think, does work for them on the side. So you know.
No, I think I'm beginning to get an understanding. And would you say you're afraid of this man? Out of interest, are you giving your debt? I mean.
Well, I'm not afraid of anything, but if I were to be wary of anyone, it would definitely be this man and the people behind him.
Okay, I understand. I'm gonna reach into my enormous pockets and take out the cane and the fabric and lay it on the table and be like, have you ever seen these items before?
Oh. He seems genuinely non-reactionary towards them. A little confused.
Damn it.
No.
Okay.
Am I supposed to?
Not necessarily. I've asked everyone the same question, and I just this was found on the crime scene, and I'm just doing my due diligence. I'm going to take them back, and I'm going to put them back in my pocket, and I'm going to say, what do you know about the Professor Ingrid Storm?
Oh, well, she's peculiar and particular, but people tend to look past that as, her dad died quite a few years ago now. I think 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
Something pretty messy from what I heard.
Do you know any more about that death?
I don't follow tabloids that closely, but, if someone dies in Misery, Colorado, it's usually because they crossed someone else.
I see.
Usually,
I see.
Someone with connections. If you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, and you're not worried yourself that you've got significant debt in Misery, Colorado?
I took care of that earlier.
Interesting. And may I ask, what did you do?
If this is all hypothetical.
Hypothetically, of course.
But if perhaps there was someone who I could liaison with on a train and settle my debts, and perhaps I could bring a decent sum of cash to cover at least part of them for the time being and buy myself more time, and perhaps I could set up a discreet drop-off with said person, and they might just allow me a little more time to put my affairs in order before going to drastic measures.
And that discreet drop-off wouldn't be a safe by any chance, would it?
I perhaps may have seen the money go into there, yes.
And hypothetically, would you know what the code is? Hypothetically speaking.
The person who knows the code is now dead, though I did hear him mumble something about a year.
Understood. Right, okay, thanks very much, Roll. Have a good time. Tap him on the shoulder. Sprint all the way to the furnace and grab that safe and put 1867 in it.
Haha.
You do, and it does work.
Woo! Is there money inside?
There is, amongst some other things.
Uh-huh.
There's money, there's a gun, and there is what appears to be a note.
What does the note say, please?
The note says, "Hey Jasper, Sandra turned up dead over in Devil's Bluff a few weeks ago. That makes 4 broken stars, well, broken, in the last year alone. I know you want to retire, but consider watching your back. Someone's watching us. Your brother in arms, Rusty."
Interesting. Okay. I'm going to leave the money in... No, should I take the gun? No, I'm a respectable investigator. I'm not going to start wielding the gun. I put the gun back. I put everything back and close the safe. Cool.
Fair enough.
I think I need to talk to Professor Ingrid Storm again. She doesn't like tea, so I don't have anything nice to bring her. I'll just bring a smile. I walk up and I'm like, "Hi, we got off on the wrong foot. Sorry I've been so accusatory. But I would like to talk about your dad."
Oh.
I heard he had a terrible accident as well, and I just keep hearing this come up again and again. Could you tell me what happened? I know it's traumatic. I'm sorry. That's why I'm smiling in a very nice way.
Yes, that eases the trauma. No worries. Well, my father was a archaeologist in his own right. He, one of the most brilliant archaeologists of his time. He helped found the museum in Misery. Influential, great in his field. Unfortunately, his life was cut short, so to speak. He, against my advisement, he got in with a sketchier crowd, and on his last research trip, he did not return. Nothing was proven because, of course, there was no witnesses.
Yeah.
But everyone in Misery knows who's responsible. Everyone's just too scared to say anything.
Don't law enforcement get involved?
Those who aren't friends with the Broken Star are too scared to do much about it.
Something Wild West.
Yes.
God, if only someone would do something about this and take justice into their own hands.
Exactly.
Okay. I pat her politely on the shoulder. I'm like, "I'm really sorry. That's really hard, but thank you for telling me that." Last question. What are you doing on this train? Where are you going? Why?
I'm going home.
Oh, yeah?
First time in a while.
Where have
Yes.
you been, Professor?
Ooh. Okay. Since we're getting close to the denouement, would you like to continue this line of questioning with her? Do you want the opportunity to gather everyone together and walk through what you know, or go with it right here? I'm totally cool with either one.
I think I know who and why. I'm not 100% sure on how, so that's a guess. But
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to get that from this conversation. I was just dotting
and
the
that
I's
is-
and crossing the T's.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. And again, there's a good chance the murderer will fill in any gaps.
Okay, amazing. In that case, let's just get everyone into the dining room. And
Okay.
okay, so I have gathered you all here today with regards to the terrible, terrible accident that happened earlier today. As I'm sure you're all aware by this point, the engineer, he was found deceased in the furnace, and I think you all know a little bit more than you're telling me, but I've investigated everyone. I've spoken with you all. I've had a look at everything, and I think I am ready to make an arrest. Can I arrest people? Can I? Or am I just...
Sure.
I
Yes.
accuse. J'accuse. And be like, get my handcuffs out. And I'm like, I am going to place you, Professor Ingrid Storm, under arrest for the murder of... Jasper. I've forgotten his full name. That
think you ever
guy
heard his
in
full
the
name.
furnace.
Yeah.
Oh, I never even heard it. I never even
Jasper
asked
Engineer.
anyone.
Yeah.
Jasper Engineer. Real, like, nominative determinism. He's Jasper Engineer. Because this is speculation, but I'm going to tell you why I think you did it, I say, wagging my finger at her. I think you're getting revenge for your father's death by taking out not just Jasper Engineer, who we all know was secretly a member of the Broken Stars. You've taken out lots of them. I think you've killed more people than just on this train, and you're going to go down for a very long time. And then I just take out that stick and I'm like, I think you did it with this. And I slam it down on the table. And then I'm like, do you have anything to say for yourself? Maybe tell me what actually happened.
Heck yes. Okay.
I'm just going to toss in, as you slam the stick down,
Yeah.
you recall in your mind a picture in a newspaper of a man with a cane, and the cane had a little topper on top.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you see a resemblance.
Oh, she was so sneaky not telling me that at the time when I was like, hey, have you seen this cane? And she was like, no.
What? Ingrid picks up the cane and twirls it in her hand, much like a villain would twirl a mustache, and says, of course I did it. You think that man didn't deserve what he got? That was justice. That was for my father. I've spent years of my life finding those who took his life so early. When I found out that he was the engineer for this train, I got myself a ticket and I waited for the perfect opportunity. I made sure that this fool, Ashwin Raul, couldn't see anything, couldn't see me in the observation deck, so I closed the blinds. I then got this batty old woman a cup of tea so she would fall asleep and wouldn't see me going into the engine car, where I finally confronted Jasper. After killing him with my father's cane, a fitting end, I would say, I heard someone approaching and hastily disposed of any evidence I could, taking the roof back to the observation deck. But unfortunately, it seems I didn't destroy anything clear enough. But if my father was a good man, and if this one wrong can make a right, then I would do it again. She's cut off as Persimmon Rosegarden's little Pomeranian jumps out of her hands and latches once again onto Ingrid. It seems that Ingrid is not the only one who has a taste for justice.
So good. Also, I feel like the dog solved it faster than me. I'm just going to put that out there.
Oh, yeah. The dog could tell.
Well, do you have any last words for this crowd before you feel the murder museum pulling you back out?
Thank you very much, crowd, for being excellent suspects. I'm sorry to have bothered you all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your trip and enjoy your time in Misery, Colorado. Goodbye.
After a brief moment of dizziness and a brief moment of politeness, you find yourself back in the museum. The sketching on the wall, once monotone, is now filled in with color and detail. Satisfied with your quick work of things, you turn away to find your next exhibit. Congratulations! Great job!
Woo! Yay! That was so much fun.
Yeah. Thank you for going through that.
Yeah.
Was there anything I didn't see or like you expected me to do?
Ooh. I think the only thing that you did differently than we expected was you put out the furnace. There were some drink tongs you could have used to grab it out, but hey, putting out the fireworks just fine. So, yeah, no, you did a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
I
very
think
much.
that the tea was a method of inquiry of, I believe that Persimmon would have said, like, if you had asked, I would know if someone crossed by the sleeping cars. But then you could find out, well, actually, no, you were definitely asleep, and you could figure out who was the one who wanted her to be asleep.
Nice. That makes sense. Cool.
But yeah, you did an excellent job. would you like to tell people where they can find more of your work?
Yeah, for sure. So as a game designer, I can be found on my portfolio, which is just marispaceship.com. And that's Mairi spelled Mairi, secret hidden I in there. As a journalist, there is escapeindustrynews.com. Oh, I think it's just called escapeindustry.com. I'll have to check that. Doesn't matter. Google Escape Industry News Outlet. You'll find me. And in other audio worlds, I'm also a co-host of the Infinite Escape Room podcast, which is not a million miles different, but it's a little bit more escape roomy. So like locks, keys, that kind of thing. So if you like hearing/solving, I sometimes design little mysteries there as well. So yeah, 3 places you can find me. Or just like Google my name and say hi. I'm on every social media platform everywhere. I'm chronically online, so you can find me.
Awesome. Thanks so much for visiting the Murder Museum. And yeah, we'll definitely want to do something with you again sometime. So yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. It's been great. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
A message from the curator. Please come back, my clever friend, and we'll return to misery again.